Hey everybody, welcome back to another Jackson Jet Setting Resort review. Today we're checking out the Riffelalp Resort, high above Zermatt, Switzerland. You have to take a train up to the resort. It's a super cool experience, and it's in Amex's Fine Hotels and Resorts collection, meaning that we were able to use our $200 annual credit here to save some money, as well as get all the benefits with the program, like free breakfast and 100 Swiss francs to use while on property. It costs about $25 to get up to the resort on the cog train that runs much higher than the Riffelalp Resort. It's a super cool experience, and it's easy to get to from the train station. It's a quick 1-minute walk across the street to the cog train station. There's just 1 or 2 stops along the way, and then once you get to the train station, you can coordinate with a hotel to pick you up in their own tram, which is the highest tram in Europe. This is the highest 5-star resort in Europe. It's nestled in the Alps with incredible views of Matterhorn, as you'll see in just a minute, but a super cool experience riding this, and everything is very high, 5-star as soon as you get on property. I'm not usually one to stay away from my points earning hotels, but I do make exceptions, especially when I have a $200 credit to use through Fine Hotels and Resorts. So it's an awesome use for one night because you get that 100 Swiss franc credit to use for your one night, basically covering most of dinner. Things are expensive in Switzerland, unfortunately, so we did go over that a little bit. But a really cool experience to check out, and it was very convenient for our travels and what we wanted to do in the Alps, which was hike around, and you are located right in the middle of all the hiking trails. There's plenty to do here on and off the resort. The tram makes its way around the grounds. Over to the right there is the Italian restaurant. So they have an Italian chef there that makes pretty good pizzas with a lot of local ingredients. The cool thing about the resort is it actually has what they're calling a cow kindergarten. There are a lot of dairy cows that roam right nearby, and they milk the cows twice a day. And a lot of the cheese that you can buy at the resort, either it's found on your salads or your pizzas, is actually very fresh and made right on the same hill as you're staying. So that's really special and really cool. So the tram makes a quick lap, you get out, and they take care of all the luggage for you. And we were able to be upgraded a little bit to a large room. You'll see in the room tour, they are quite spectacularly sized, especially for Europe. No Matterhorn view, but you can always book that in advance with the Amex travel portal if that was something that was super important to you. Usually I book the cheapest room available and see what we get upgraded to. But by the rules, they have to give you a 1 category upgrade if it's available, which it was. So before we explore the rest of the resort, let's check out our room. So we're located on the 4th floor, I believe, and this is the entrance to the room. So you have a separate toilet area with a Toto toilet, so very fancy toilet there. Really cool bathroom walls in there. A little bit of storage there in the closets with robes and a safe, as well as other items like umbrellas. Then here's the bathroom, really spectacular bathroom, huge tub, cool like granite feeling walls, kind of a rock wall type feel. 1 sink there with lots of fancy amenities there. You have L'Occitane amenities, so always awesome to see that. And then over in the shower, no door, but very big shower, great water pressure, and very easy to use, which is always a highlight in Europe. So that was really cool, and the robes and stuff over there as well. And as we make our way, we'll see a nice little sitting desk in case you need to get any work done. Wi-Fi worked great at the resort, so that's always an option if you're not fully on vacation while staying. And then here is the bedroom. So over to the right, we had a nice little welcome amenity with some fruits and some local water direct from Riffelalp. King bed there. Basically in Europe, a lot of times they'll push together 2 twins to make a king. That was the case here. Huge television over there. Small little window view on the hillside there. I mean, this whole resort is built right into the hill, so very cool there. And then we'll check out the balcony as soon as I open the door. So a really pretty hillside view. You see the other building over there for the hotel. And then if you peek your head around a little bit on our balcony, you can see the Matterhorn. So couldn't see it directly from our bed or anything, but a great view nonetheless. Always curious what the minibar looks like. So you have some fancy champagnes and whiskeys and cokes. You have an espresso machine with plenty of Nespressos. I think they had like 20 Nespresso pods for you to use. Some other items like snacks, Toblerone chocolates, and some local wine. Here's a look inside those closets that I mentioned. We were pretty hungry from our journey, so we checked out the Italian restaurant for lunch. So that beef is local. It's kind of a, not really beef jerky, but a cured beef. Delicious food there, and just you can't really argue with the surroundings for lunch. Then we wanted to check out the pool and spa. So this is the indoor pool. This is all free to use. And then outside it has probably one of the best views of any pools in the entire world. This awesome spa pool. They have jets going on their own little timer, so you can have like a spa experience in there. And then downstairs is the traditional spa that has a ton of different saunas and steam rooms. Lots of different experiences here, which is super cool. And we'll show you all of that. They have some really unique things, like basically an indoor cave that you can go into that I'll show you in a second. So overall, pretty cool, and one of the best spa complexes I've ever seen. Of course, there is a gym, decent size for how big the hotel is. Probably doesn't get much use because there's plenty of hiking. And then we did get turned down this little Riffelalp trolley replica with Swiss chocolates in there, which is super cool. Love that. And just this whole hotel has really cute little touches around in the common areas. This is just one of the atriums that goes in between the buildings. The entrances to the restaurants are all beautifully done. There's lots of little furry sheep, just to give you kind of that mountain feel. A really cool sense of place here. And that's the hotel's bar that had some delicious cocktails. So if you're into that, that is an option. And then it all came with some delicious Parmesan, olives, etc. The main lobby here has some nice sitting areas if you're waiting for people to come down from the mountain, or if you're just reading a newspaper or something. You can always go out and check out the cows right underneath the Matterhorn there. So they're making a lot of the cheese that you're eating on property. They're milked twice a day. They have the little bells that are very iconic for Switzerland. So really cool experience there. So you're basically stuck on property. They do operate a night train down to Zermatt at specific times just for the hotel, which is super cool. So if you have reservations down there for dinner, you can definitely utilize that. It's a quick 15-minute journey. So that's pretty awesome. We just stayed on property because we spent 2 nights in Zermatt before, and we dined at the Italian restaurant for dinner again. There are other public spaces at the hotel, including a smoking room, which you don't see very much in the States, but that's available in Europe. You have a nice game room for the kids, a whole kids club, which is pretty cool, and even a bowling alley downstairs. And then for breakfast, huge buffet with really fresh ingredients, lots of cool stuff. And we ended up hiking across this really cool suspension bridge closer to the village of Fury, which is down the hill from the resort. And then you can take the gondola back up to the resort. It's a good little half-day hike, though still a lot of downhill. So if you're not into downhill, I was not into downhill by the end of this, I would choose something else. But overall, we just had a great time at this resort. Could not recommend it enough. So good use if you're a Fine Hotels and Resorts member, or if you're just journeying around in the area and want to try out something. But thanks for watching.